Welcome back to the Flow Show with Michele and Kelly, here to bring you all the things that you can do for your flow to keep your fascia, your lymph, and your overall wellness in your control. And this is, I think, our favorite show because Michele is the Lymph Guru. I am the Lymph Queen. And we've been working with the Lymph Goddess in New Zealand for a decade for me and you, right? And she has really done it. She's really created something that has changed our world.
Done herself. Yes,
she really has. She really has. So Desiree De Spong is a lymphologist in New Zealand who has a lot of training, and we were all working in the industry for many years. And there was a few things that we came across that were kind of like, well, this is great what we're doing, this technology we're using, and the technique is amazing, but we're still not getting the most best results I think that we could possibly get knowing what we know. And so she went and found this piece of equipment that was like on the market for weight loss and biohacked it and changed it, worked with engineers, did all the research to find the best things and the best techniques and the measurements that are going to enhance the lymphatics. But really she designed a unit that's really about putting people to relax and rest. And for me, your lymph doesn't move unless you're in that parasympathetic state. Like, yes, you have to move muscularly, but when your body goes into a parasympathetic state, when you're in rest mode, it automatically moves your lymph because your lymph is most active at night in bed when your immune system is working. And she's created a system that allows us to do that. And the best part about it for me is our clients don't have to take their clothes off. They can come into the middle of the day. Nobody has to touch them in this whole situation we have now. It's like amazing. I mean, they don't have to be touched by anybody. They can be put in the suit. They get nice, warm infrared heat throughout their whole body, nice compressions throughout their whole body, like a nice massage, it feels like, and they get to fall asleep.
And many of them do. I mean, they're out within like 5 minutes, gone. I know I am. Every time I get in, I'm like, I can't stay awake.
I know, me too. Me too. And it's hard for me to fall asleep at my center until FLOWpresso. And now it's like, I'm going to go take a nap. I'll be in the FLOWpresso room. And so what benefits have you seen in your practice with your client base since you started using FLOWpresso, Michele?
Weight loss. Super amazing weight loss, because what are we doing? We're de-stressing the body. We're allowing it to go into that parasympathetic, because people come in, they're in that sympathetic, that stressed out fight flight state continuously. And then we start to balance that out and they can start dumping that excess weight, fluid, lymphedema. This thing attacks lymphedema like nobody's business. I don't know if you've had many people in that, but I get a lot of people with lymphedema.
You do a lot of lymphedema. I try to stay away from it, to be honest with you.
I look at it and I'm like, challenge accepted. Boom. So yes, and it like knocks it out in no time. I had a lady with chronic, I did a post about this, chronic lymphedema for years and years. She had been seeing someone, a very recognized person here in Dallas, for lymphatic sessions twice a week for 2 years. 2 sessions with me. Her face was thin, her neck was thin, her body was thin, and she showed me her global entry card. She had a picture taken just before she came to see me. Her global entry card looked like somebody else, not her.
So at the end of this video, maybe you and I should put some testimonials and show people some of those before and afters. I know I have a couple of them where people came in just for their first session. I have one client whose face totally changed in 2 to 3 months of doing lymph. And it was a dentist that took the pictures. I wasn't even aware how much she had changed, but he was doing oral work with her. And the only thing she had done different was the flow. And she looked like she lost 20 pounds right here. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, and you're talking about dentistry. I have people that go in for their dental appointments for, lots of work. They come to see me right before and they come in right after. They don't have to have pain meds. They don't swell. They don't have all the stuff.
They heal so much faster. Their guts work great. I work and align myself with a lot of bioregulatory dentists. And as you know, because it's so important to keep your oral hygiene as the prime outside of your lymph. If you have blockades to healing, you can't heal. And if your lymph doesn't move, you can't heal. And you can't, and you got to let it go with your lymph. But that's a whole nother thing, but the FLOWpresso, and we'll put a little link at the bottom of this so you can see a video of how it really works. It's an amazing suit that you essentially get wrapped up in. It's customizable. There's some other things on the market like I guess, can I go into their names? I don't know. We won't say their names maybe.
There's other compression things out there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to put anybody down. Here's the thing. When people get into FLOWpresso that have used those other suits, they go, what is this thing that she's created?
They do.
They do. It's hands down. I mean, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from the Northeast. And so excuse my forwardness here. However, I said to Desiree, you gave us that prototype that we used for 9 months, which we loved, right? We loved it. We were 2 of the 3 people that had it in the whole United States. And we were like, oh my God, Desiree, this is awesome. And I equated it to chocolate cake, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm like, dude, you created chocolate cake. And then the FLOWpresso, like the launch came out in January or February. Yeah. And I was like, you just took chocolate cake and made it an orgasm.
You're correct. Yes, that's exactly what she's done.
It's like, I get out of that thing and I feel like I've been sleeping for 6 hours, 2 days, 5 days. The first time I did it, Michele, I came down the stairs because Ian had hooked me up. I got myself out of it. I came down the stairs and I was like, I need a raspberry. He was like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't think I've ever been this relaxed and awake. Like, I am a high strung person. It unplugged me. And I was restful and I am addicted to it. I do it at least once a week. I brought it with me. I brought it with me because I'm like, I'm not going away for 8 days without doing FLOWpresso. Right. And I wanted to bring it to my family. I wanted them to experience it, and I wanted them to feel the heat and the gentleness. And in one session, only one of my, he's not really my family, but I've known for 25 years. I consider my family. George has only done it once, and he already saw a difference in his knees, which he's got a lot of injuries in his knees, and he noticed the difference because it's absolutely amazing. And there's 2 programs. There's the relaxation and the sport program, which are totally different programs.
Completely different.
Totally. If you're well on a shift, you do program 2 after you've done program 1 for a while, and you're good to be relaxed and you're ready to go through a shift emotionally.
Yes, that's a big key. And that is actually, you mentioned the knee thing. That is what got me and Desiree invited to one of the largest medical conferences in the country of Colombia.
I know, I'm so excited.
Which happened in August, but they've postponed it till November. So it's still on. And because Colombians know compression. Okay. They are like, I refer to them, please, my Colombian friends don't get mad at me, but I call them the Plastic Nation because they do everything surgically and they know compression because compression heals. So when the doctor over this conference heard about FLOWpresso, he calls me up and he's like, what are you doing? What is this? I need to know. That got us invited.
Well, and I've used it a lot with our high anxiety clients and autistic community. And that deep compression has such huge benefits, because what happens is those people are so sympathetically overcharged. The chronically ill, the Lyme cases, the CRPS cases, they're chronically oversympathetic. They're firing all the time. Their nervous system is firing and firing. And what the deep compression does is it causes that firing to settle down and stop.
I did not think about that. That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's like, hug therapy is a real thing in the autistic and with the, what's that other diagnosis? I can't think of it right now. High functioning social, I can't think of it. It's escaping me. Anyway, edit that out for me, would you? Deep compression works absolutely amazing for suppressing the sympathetic nervous system fibers and really allowing the person to go into that healing mode. And oftentimes people fight it at first, they're like, no, I don't like compression. I don't like to be touched. I don't like to be touched. And to that end, Des and I have decided that oftentimes we just wrap their abdomen and that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's enough, but that allows people to start to settle,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that settling, that being in the state of Zen, in the state of balance, in the state of peace is really what we're all striving for, because regardless of the situation we find ourselves in, you know, stress is going to happen. That's life. Without stress, we don't have life. Oh, by the way, you need stress. You need challenge. You need to evolve with challenge. Otherwise you will fail. This is how we have evolved as human beings. And I believe God created evolution. So don't get me started on the evolution versus creationism. God created evolution. I'm writing a book about it. You can read it when it comes out. Okay. But the bottom line is that if we don't allow our bodies to go into that healing and peaceful mode, and that's really what it's about, because when the sky is falling, us having peace in that moment is our health or our illness.
Yes. How are we perceiving our external environments?
And if our internal environment is at peace, it doesn't matter what's going on around us.
Correct. I love it.
So FLOWpresso, there's only about 10 in the United States right now, but Michele and I are working our butts off to make that change. And if you're a massage therapist or you know a massage therapist and they're looking for a way to help their practice, so with this time that we're in, that people are afraid to be touched, they're afraid to take their clothes off and let somebody else, this is a great alternative, allowing people to get body work, allowing them to get touched, allowing them to get into that parasympathetic state, and most importantly, allowing them to take a break from their life and just settle in. Is there anything else you want to say about FLOWpresso?
That's it. I mean, I just have people that come in just to de-stress. That's what it works. So I'm super glad that she came up with this, because like you said, people who don't want to go get massages, I have people that don't want to get their clothes. They don't want to take their clothes off.
I have a lot of clients like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they get in the suit and it's wha-bam.
Absolutely. And we thank our Lymph Goddess, Desiree in New Zealand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will have her on for one of our next shows so you can all meet the creator and understand the philosophy of flow a little bit more. And in the meantime, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when we're up here giving you your next tips of how your body really works and how the Flow Show can help you get your lymph flowing with Michele and Kelly.
That's right. Michele and Kelly. We're getting the theme song.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye.